What's up, everybody? Trenton here with SoundlinkTV, hanging out with Blaythe from No Cure.
Yes, sir.
You guys are on tour with Throne and Burials, and I believe Heaven's Gate.
That is correct.
How's that tour been going?
Well, I just love playing shows that are sold out. And every show except for I think 2 or 3 of it sold out, so I like that a lot.
Yeah, this one tonight sold out too.
They sold every ticket.
Yeah. So your band's a band that's blown up. We were just talking before. I saw you here about a year and a half ago with My Children, My Bride, and then you guys signed with Sharp Tone, and now you guys have your debut record out with them. It came out last December.
Yeah.
So just talk about the growth of the band a little bit. How's that been, especially for a band of your genre and everything?
Well, I didn't expect any of this. No Cure was made as a straight-edge side project where I was going to try vocals and Aesop was going to try guitar, because normally she plays drums in punk bands, and I play guitar and on the dance seat. So that was been a big change. Didn't expect any of it. It's been nice. I've been wanting to do cool shit. I curse.
Yeah, sure.
Yay. I wanted to do cool shit forever, so I'm just happy that it's came to be anticipated.
Yeah, that's usually how, whether it be a song or a project, usually the one that you're not taking it seriously, that kind of pops out. A lot of bands' biggest songs, are the ones they just are goofing off on, and it blows up and stuff.
Yeah, it wasn't that we were goofing off when we made it. It was more just it was a side project, so we all committed to a very singular vision for it, because it didn't have a purpose to why this is not everyone's band. But, sometimes the side role becomes the band role.
Yeah. And that new record and everything, it's kind of unique because it has a lot, I believe every song has a guest feature on it. So what was the thought process behind that?
So I've realized this recently, that a lot of people think that the title I Hope I Die Here, they think that I'm going to kill myself. And that is not the case. I will never do that. It's about investing in your people and your community and your scene, all that shit, so that when it's your time, you're like, okay, I've done enough here. I've made it better with my client. I'm cool with dying down. For me, it's Alabama. So every song that sold me has contributed to me hardcore over the years in Alabama. So it's
That's great. That's so good. Yeah.
He's not going to sing more than just I can say alone. My people also use their voices for it. That makes sense. It's also a little wanky, but that was the logic.
Yeah. So just coordinating all of that. What was the process of getting all those people on board to do it and everything?
Text message and phone calls. It was super easy. Everyone was like, "Sounds clear."
Now, which one was the most interesting one that you're most? I would say most obviously, they're all important to you, but which one was the one that stood out, the most, and getting on board with it?
It's hard because I'm so personally attached to each of it.
Exactly. Yeah.
Getting Holland to sing on Warcry was very emotional. Holland is a singer for a band Living Tragedy, which it was actually Aesop's band that she played drums in. And Living Tragedy, a lot of bad shit happened to that band over the years. There's a whole lot of merit to it. I don't want to go too into it. But it's hearing Holland's voice again on the song. It's really special. I've known her for a really long time, and I love her dearly. She was going through a lot in her life. She was in and out of cancer and not sure for that. She had to go. Right before she got knocked out, and she got some second chemo and both there. Sure. So it was that's one of the last things she got to feel good doing.
Yeah.
She's doing a lot better now.
That's good. Yeah.
Not to be Christian, because I'm not, but it's thank you.
Yeah.
Because I love her, So that was really cool to lock in. Obviously, Dan from Gideon is super cool. Gideon is one of the first bands to give a fuck about us and take us out. They have really helped us. They're took such good care of us. They took us out super early in the band's history. They took, I just love them. They really put the ladder down for us. A lot of bands pull the ladder up behind them. Gideon.
They're the OG Alabama,
They've been around for a long time.
Yeah.
They've given back a lot, and that shows through us. They took us on tour as soon as we were vibing to do so. Dan sang on our song. He appeared on our music video. Last night, he went to the Nashville show and sang his part for the first time live. That's that film, and I can't thank them enough for that. Obviously, Nick Chance, my Gary Bosford, he sang this. Yeah, it's just so sick.
Well, yeah,
no. There's no bear set, no filler.
Yeah, so, including with your own band, sort of like, get big at this point, with the things you guys do, like you say, you didn't expect any of this. And then obviously Throne, they got over 1 million listeners on Spotify, and they only have maybe like an hour's worth of lengthwise of music. And then you have, the big ones like Knock Loose and Spirit Box. Just a state of heavy music right now from the top of the, I guess, metalcore down to the hardcore level. Shows are sold out. It's hard to get tickets to places. Just what's your take on all this and being a part of that?
I don't know. It doesn't really feel to me like we're a big band. People like supporting.
Yeah.
And turning. Yeah, there's still one thing so not. That's all I like to think.
Yeah, of course.
Like, it's not our show. And I don't even do that. Oh, I'll spend $35 just like seeing it. I think we're like a, $15 band.
But I guess more so being, your band, sort of taking off. So within that genre, and then who knows what could happen within a year with four hardcore guys or metalcore or whatever. But like just being in that, I guess that moment that heavy music is having right now, from the top to the bottom, with like local shows, doing really well, setting scenes, and then even at the top, like, bands like Architects in arenas and stuff. So like, just being in that moment right now with heavy music and stuff.
Thankfully by the time out, I used to be really kind of bitter about some things because I felt like I lost like 2.5 years of like my best touring time to COVID, because I was on tour when COVID said I went home. I was playing Contra Orthodox at the time, and like that damaged me so bad. I was like, I didn't have purpose at all. And then I had to make a new band and all this shit. So it's just nice to have a little bit of validation. I don't do this to be liked. It's nice to meet someone. It's like, I'll go see No Cure today. I'll grab a t-shirt. Yeah, nice record, but it's nice to hear,
Yeah.
So I'm just thankful.
Yeah. So what is next for you guys, for this tour and everything? The record did come out at the end of last year, kind of an awkward time with December and stuff, but like...
I like that time.
You do?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Part of it is people are like, why did you get a record off?
Everybody's got their album of the year stuff out. Like,
okay. I wanted to break everyone's... and I did.
You broke it. You broke the algorithm.
I saw a lot of people posting like, fuck, now I gotta rethink all this. Like, yes, correct. I got another record. That was like, that was an EP for us. So like, short to with like an LP. And I'm going to have to write them. To sit down in my little chair. Man.
So you're the one doing the Jun-Juns and the rah-rahs and all that.
I just read a lot of my years to like, it's my moment. But really the way it goes, ASAP goes. And I really one of the songs about. She has lots of ideas. Doing her own spices again, but a drum guy and it could. I did it. So, okay.
So, after the store, do you meet like privately, maybe?
I mean, it'll be. None of it's paid.
Yeah.
I just have ideas.
Ideas.
Okay. They gotta write the songs, they gotta demo them out, they gotta reproduce, and then I gotta pick something. Make all it. It's gonna be a minute. I mean, our record just came out. It's like we had a second. I'm trying to get a minute. Wait.
And last thing for you, Sharp Tone, obviously, they're not new anymore, but they're still relatively newer to the to the scene. So yeah, so I've heard nothing but great things about those guys. Especially in a time when when people rebelled against labels for a while there. So what has that relationship been like to you guys and Sharp Tone?
We could have been signed before we did, and we were getting offers and stuff. And I'm not saying that to sound like cocky, telling that to anyone that's in a band, like, don't just do the first thing you get. Take your time with it. Fucking read what they say, and then make sure they can do things for you that you could yourself. And Sharp Tone said to something that is not evil before they could tell. Sometimes they'll send you something that's evil, a song.
Yeah.
It sounds great. Any man and all this kind of intention.
Yeah.
So they said something that looked ethical, and I liked what they're doing, so I did it.
Okay.
So we'll see how it goes. So far, I'm happy. I like to email Jackie and be like, Jackie, I had this idea. I would just say, hello, Blake. I like this idea, and then we do it. It's been pretty good so far.
Blaythe, thanks for your time tonight. Looking forward to seeing you guys again. New record's awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you guys for watching. This is Blaythe from No Cure, and I'm Trenton with SoundlinkTV. Thank you.
Appreciate it.